Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN's Xbox team, joined for a final time. Well, not overall. We're together forever, Mitch. We're tied.
Yeah.
Mitch Dyer.
Bound at the soul.
Yeah. This is the last time for Spartan Ops, for Halo 4's downloadable episodic weekly dealy bob.
Probably done forever, you think? Do you think we're going to get a Season 2? We got Season 1.
Let's get into it. So the first so-called season is complete, 10 weeks. We played them all.
Yep.
And we'll get to why we don't think there's going to be a season 2.
Okay.
There are a couple reasons. But first, what did you think of how it ended, both from a gameplay perspective, Mitch, and also from a story perspective?
So from a gameplay perspective, I thought it was a little bit underwhelming. It was nice to see. We explored a couple new interesting things. We went back to the Harvester. The Harvester blasted a hole in a wall.
A couple times.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see some different things within the same levels, but once again, I mean, we harped on this every single week, I feel like, was that it's the same environments, so many of the same encounters. We went back through another level where one of us had a Mantis instead of both of us having Banshees, so it was a lot of slow-paced slogs, just through combat scenarios.
Death march.
Yeah, just the combat never really remained interesting to me throughout the whole last episode, and frankly, most of the second half of the season. We had a pretty okay break with episodes 6 and 7, but beyond that, I mean, it was retreading old territory without doing much interesting in the way of enemy encounters.
I agree. I mean, now that we can look back on the whole thing, 6 and 7 were the far and away standout episodes, rather.
But easily.
For two reasons, or for one reason, rather. It's because they offered different gameplay, different scenarios.
Yeah.
They offered variety that also tied what you were doing into the awesome story that has been the story has been awesome. The whole
Infinity
time.
getting attacked was amazing, because then suddenly you're aboard Infinity. It's not only is it new spaces, but it's a space you can relate to. It's a space that you're motivated to protect Infinity, because all this time you've been seeing Infinity. The thing is called Halo Infinity.
Yeah, Episode 7 far and away, hands down the best of the
easily
10.
the highlight by far.
It's not even close.
Yep.
But yeah, there were a couple interesting spots in Episode 10 as we finished up.
Jumping onto the enemy ship with Warthogs was great.
Right, and that was preceded by a wide open area where we had Warthogs and Ghosts, and we were just underneath the Covenant. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the ship. Not the Phantom, the other one.
The bigger one. Not the transport, but the actual ship.
Yeah, anyway, and that just kept
We're going to get destroyed in the comments.
We are going to get well, sorry. What do you know? Hey, it's been a long day. It's Friday afternoon as we record this. Give us a break. We just need a beer.
We do. Make it stop.
Anyway, yeah, we were whipping around in Warthogs and Ghosts, and then the finale to that was to jump a Warthog onto the Covenant ship and then go on and steal something off of it.
That mission, in addition to a lot of them, and we saw this on the Podcast Unlocked Facebook group a lot, is the lag issues big time in Episode 10.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I thought, okay, because, you and I had done it the same way. We'd either played at home together, like your place and my place, so it was that same internet connection, or we played together at work. And this time we did it at home again, and it was almost unplayably bad.
And this was a recurring issue throughout the entirety of Season 1. I saw people complaining about this a lot. And it's unfortunate that the netcode wasn't quite there, because it is so strong and competitive.
It was the only time it bit us, though.
Yeah, we got lucky, I think.
Episode 10, but...
in terms of how the story closed, though, I feel like it left... this was a fantastic ending. I think it leaves Halo 4 in such an interesting place. Like, they have totally painted the universe into a corner. They've done interesting things with characters we care about, and it's positioned Halo 5 to go in crazy directions.
So, spoilers, because
big-time spoilers incoming.
Dr. Halsey, one arm! My God, the Covenant just cut it off.
Yeah.
All she did was get shot.
Which my favorite part is she gets shot in, like, the shouldery chest area, and they cut off the arm at, like, the elbow. I don't know if they know what doctors do. That's not how a medical professional would handle that situation.
Yeah, Halsey, so, the UNSC as the villain now. That Halsey is pissed off that they sent Spartans out to kill her.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are operating under the assumption, which we'll get to, that there will not be a Season 2. So we suspect that this is going to be the premise for Season 5.
Halo 5.
Sorry, what did I say?
Or but a premise for Halo 5.
Definitely a thread in the story.
A subplot.
Is that Master Chief has this conflict of there is still this splinter group, there is still this this rebel group of Covenant that now Halsey is aligned with. So now
Yeah.
he's, once again, maybe going to have to team up with Jul Mdama. Maybe Jul's going to be a playable character in
Right.
Halo 5. Maybe he'll be our Arbiter.
No!
Oh,
Don't
snap.
say that, Mitch.
Meanwhile, he's going to team up with Halsey because he is, like all Spartans, just totally...
That's Mom.
That's Mom. They love her. They revere
especially
her.
him. And
Yeah.
she loves him.
Yep.
We saw that in, I believe, I think episode 9. It was either 8 or 9 in the cutscene where she said, his name got mentioned because she. Oh yeah, she was talking to
the captain.
Yeah, and
Slaps him and is like, "Why didn't you tell me John is alive?"
Yeah, and she's like, "John's alive," and she clearly had a very caring tone about her.
Yeah, so now we're going to see Master Chief presumably put in the position where he is going head-to-head with not only the UNSC, but ONI, who's kind of running show now.
Or Oni, as we like to call it.
Oh, these classic, the classic Oni shooter.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's an interesting place, right? Like, maybe we're going to team up with the Covenants again. Maybe we're going to be fighting UNSC soldiers, ODSTs, other Spartans.
Poor Master Chief he's caught in the middle of everything.
Yeah, poor guy.
He just needs a break. To give the guy a break.
Yeah, I mean, and we're even seeing now, like, maybe Sarah is positioned to be a villain. She's very, very much headhunting Halsey. Tried to kill her, almost succeeded.
She's following her marching orders no matter what.
So we're in an interesting place at the end of Halo 4 because now not only that, but the Requiem doesn't exist. They burned it in the sun.
Well, the bottom line, Mitch, for those of us that maybe have been listening to our commentaries but haven't been either playing all of them or playing any of them at all, is I feel the bottom line to me, having spent many hours playing.
We probably
all 10
spent
of
like
these.
How many hours do you think we spent playing these?
I would say it was between
maybe more?
an hour and 2 each. So I'm going to say 15 to 20 hours.
Okay,
that's my conservative.
Which is meaty.
Yes,
that's a lot.
Yeah, and really, do I think it was worth playing? No.
No, I totally agree.
No. The story, way worth it.
Yes.
And all you have to do, because it's totally free, you just have to, for the second half, for episodes 6 through 10, you have to download a 2 gigabyte file that's free on Marketplace. I would say, for sure, go into Spartan Ops in your Halo 4 menu and press Y to watch each week's cutscene.
Yep.
And those
or watch them
cutscenes
on IGN. Do we have those? Do we have trailers?
I think
we have the trailers.
I don't think we're allowed.
I think that's right.
Yeah, so you got to do it through
Bungie.
Halo, but whoever's doing Halo now, 343.
We can't keep track anymore.
I was at Bungie last week for Destiny. I can't keep.
It's Friday.
Anymore.
We need beer. Carry on.
Oh my goodness! But sorry What I'm trying to say is watch the story stuff. They're about 3 to 5 minutes each, so it's probably 40 to 45 minutes. All told, especially if you watch them all in a row.
It's a nice movie.
Like a little mini movie.
I do think that there are missions worth playing. Like the stuff on the Infinity, Episode 7 is like one of my favorite Halo experiences ever. It is in terms of like a closed-off infantry-only standpoint. Like that's some of the best Halo combat. Really great sniper encounters, lots of long-range stuff across Infinity. You get in tight when you're trying to like close off the doors. That stuff is really interesting. But overall, absolutely don't waste your time if you're thinking about it. Playing the entirety of this series.
And all the achievements, it's worth mentioning, come in the first half of the season.
Very true.
So for you achievement hunters out there.
Yeah, you can accelerate your earnings.
Yeah, episode 7's the one to play if you just want to pick one of the episodes out and be like, okay, I want to try out this Spartan Ops thing. But that's it. It's quite an experiment. So we don't think there's going to be a season 2.
Yeah.
Because not only story-wise,
right.
They'd have to pick up the story from here, and it does seem like this is now feeding into a bigger Halo 5-sized story.
Yes.
But I just don't think from our, we have our finger on the pulse here at IGN. It just doesn't seem like there's enough player interest to warrant a season 2, particularly when David Ellis came on Up at Noon, came on our show as Halo 4 came out and said, yeah, if we were to do a season 2, we would charge for it.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Would people pay for this? I absolutely believe they would not.
I don't see the investment, being worth it for 343 or for gamers. Yeah. Quite frankly, so I think 343 has probably, of course, already rolled into Halo 5. And I don't see it. Season 2 happening.
If you had to rate the entirety of Spartan Ops as a totally separate entity from Halo 4, how would you rate it on the IGN scale?
Boy. What do we call a 6
Okay.
decent, right?
Okay. I think it's okay. Which is, I don't know, similar sentiment.
I would call it, it would be in the 6s for me.
Yeah, I was going to say for me it'd be a flat 6 because it's okay.
Yeah.
There are some good parts. I enjoyed some of it, but I mean it's definitely got ups and downs, and overall it's like, well, they could have cut some fat here, cut some fat there, wasted my time less with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. So there it is. We did
Spartan
all
Ops.
10 weeks, Mitch.
Go us. Yeah.
Yes. 10 of these recap videos, but we thank you for watching them all. Our Halo 4 coverage is ongoing, however. We have the Majestic map pack.
3 new infantry-based map packs coming your way February 26th.
And
25th? 26th?
You've got
next week.
There's a preview. If you go to our Halo 4 page on IGN, you'll see Mitch's preview, his hands-on impressions of that now.
Oh, this week they're coming out.
We've got a third and final map pack to look forward to as well
TBD.
that we are going to be covering for you extensively as well. So
Come on, remakes.
Spartan Ops, yeah, I agree. Spartan Ops is done, but we are definitely not done with Halo 4.
Oh, yeah, we'll be playing Halo 4 for a long time.
For Mitch Dyer, I'm Ryan McCaffrey. For all your Halo 4 needs, you're already in the right place.
IGN.